I'll never tell you anything, Dooku!
And yet I'll tell you everything.
You fiend! I'll never— Wait, what?
Yes, no detail of the Sith grand plan will go unrevealed. You shall know all. You see, Supreme Chancellor Palpatine, also known as Darth Sidious, has been stoking the flames of a civil war. A faction of separatists led by yours truly against the Republic. He will be controlling both sides, ensuring ever greater powers are granted to himself as he readies the transformation of the Republic into the Galactic Empire.
And he's hoping the Jedi will, all die from the fentanyl and ketamine mix Yoda's been bullying everyone into trying?
Does he still insinuate certain things about your sexuality if you don't partake?
No. HR got to him about that. These days, he just darkly mutters, "Get you after I will."
Huh. Well, anyway, to answer your question, partially. But his main scheme will be to utilize clones, courtesy of Jango Fett and the Kaminoans you've already met. They'll have chips in their heads, ensuring they carry out certain orders. Most notably, he plans to use Order 66, which will be the command for clones to execute their Jedi generals.
So the clones will be assassins?
Oh, no. Assassins are far better if you hire a guy who hires someone who buys a droid, which uses bug things to kill people. But also the first guy sticks around to kill the subcontractor if they get caught. The clones, meanwhile, will become the army of the Republic to fight the droids of the Separatists.
Using living sapient beings to fight droids seems almost comically evil, and no one is going to question the fact the Republic will just be handed an army?
It's too convenient.
What?
Well, if you were unarmed and in the middle of nowhere, then found a random lightsaber, you might find it odd. But if you were then suddenly attacked by battle droids, you probably wouldn't have too much time to question it.
Someone will look into it eventually, though, right?
In the backdrop of all this, he will be attempting to seduce your Padawan, young Skywalker.
Anakin's only into former
to the
queens.
dark side of the Force.
Oh, sorry, I kind of misread his intentions there. Please proceed.
Through reading his body language, deducing subtle clues by carefully examining the history of the Sith's activities in the galaxy, and also sneaking into his room at night to peek into his diary, I've also discovered Palpatine intends to goad Anakin into killing me and then you, before utilizing him as his newest apprentice and enforcer of his regime. He'll probably give him a cool name like Darth Vader or Darth Icky, and then he'll organize the Galactic Empire along human ethnocentric lines, ensuring anti-droid and anti-Jedi sentiment.
That's not very nice.
What's more, he'll build a super-weapon known as the First Death Star.
The first?
It will have the ability to destroy planets, but I think it's likely someone will build a flaw into it and it'll be destroyed.
A Death Star. Well, I suppose something the size of a star could easily destroy a planet.
Oh, no. It'll be far too small to be mistaken for a star. You'd have to be the kind of half-wit who just allows people to assign you a last name to even think it was a moon.
Then why call it the Death Star?
Then he'll begin building the Death Star, too.
Just ignore me, that's fine, too.
Which he'll leak to the Rebel Alliance, along with the planet housing its shield generator to lure the rebels in to destroy them.
There's a Rebel Alliance now? I take it he'll leak a decoy planet?
It'll be the actual planet housing the actual shield generator.
I don't follow.
And wrap your head around this. A race of primitive teddy bears will be crucial in overthrowing the Galactic Empire.
What?
Of course, Palpatine has a plan to somehow return even if he should ever be killed, perhaps through dark science, cloning, or secrets only the Sith know.
But you're a Sith. Can't you elaborate?
No, he'll probably spend a few decades in the unknown regions. Maybe build up a fleet of ships, each with planet-busting weapons.
Didn't
He'll create a series of
Death Star
strand
before?
casts to find a suitable vessel for his spirit. His notes suggest he's really set on the name Snoke if he should ever find one that's really powerful, but also not powerful enough to hold his spirit.
Are you serious?
He'll likely dress the one named Snoke in nice golden slippers. Maybe give him a golden bathrobe, too. Then after Snoke gets killed by his apprentice, cutting him in half, he'll then decide it's time to reveal himself again by broadcasting a message on Fortnite.
What's Fortnite?
Then he'll tell this apprentice to kill some random girl from a desert planet, except really, this girl will be his granddaughter, and rather than wanting the apprentice to kill her, he'll actually want her to kill him, so that he can possess her. He will also directly tell her this, rather than keeping this to himself as a mind game or something. That way, he'll have a young and suitably powerful host body through which to rule the galaxy once more. However, I suspect his fatal flaw will be that he'll shoot lightning at her, and she'll reflect it back at him until he dies.
But then he'd just take over her body.
But I believe she'd be all the Jedi at that point, and thus his plans would fail.
I don't believe you.